I just got back from the theater from seeing the movie The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. Was it a new Christmas classic? Was it good? I'll let you know. Hi everyone, my name is Bob and welcome to Was It Good, where I give you my movie and TV show reviews. And today we're going to be talking about The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. This is a movie that's based on a book by Barbara Robinson and it's directed by Dallas Jenkins, who was the creator of The Chosen. Now, if you've seen the movie, I'd really like to know what you thought. Why don't you go ahead and share your comments in the comment section below? Let me know. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Is this a movie that you were looking forward to? Did you read the book? And if you haven't seen it yet, I'd really like to know, are you interested in seeing it? Also, this review is going to be spoiler free, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, you don't need to worry about any spoilers. As always, don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get to it. In The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, we meet the Herdmans, who are six siblings who have a reputation for being the worst kids in the world. However, when they take over the local church pageant during the holidays, they just might teach a shocked community the true meaning of Christmas. It seems like I say this a lot, but I haven't read the book and I'm not too familiar with the source material, but I really do enjoy what Dallas Jenkins has done with The Chosen. I think this is a fantastic show. It's one of my favorites. And I really like what he does with faith based material, such as The Chosen and the movie The Resurrection of Gavin Stone, which I happen to enjoy. So I was curious to see what he would do with this film. And then when I saw the trailer and saw the actors that were going to be in it, Judy Greer, Pete Holmes, and the fantastic Lauren Graham, who I thought was amazing in Gilmore Girls, I knew I had to check this out. So what did I think? Let me start out by saying that this is a heartwarming story. I was drawn in from the get go, and I'd be lying if I said by the end of it I hadn't shed a tear or two. So, the main story focuses on this group of kids, the Herdmans, as they're involved now in this Christmas pageant. And you got Judy Greer's character, she's the one running it, and her daughter, who the story is actually told through her eyes. And it's a lot of fun to see this group of kids and the impact that they have on the pageant, and ultimately the impact that the Christmas story has on them and the impact that they have on the community and the church itself. And I really enjoyed this idea of overcoming your own prejudices and stepping out of your comfort zone and getting to know people and giving them an opportunity. And I really enjoyed that about this movie. And I like that the film brought the Christmas or the meaning of Christmas back to the Christmas story itself and the impact that that story had on people's lives. So I really enjoyed that about this movie. And like I said, it is very heartwarming. I also very much enjoyed the characters and the character arcs that they went on. By the end of the movie, you really understand a little bit more about the Herdmans. Because I'll tell you, when the movie starts, they are literally the worst kids in the world. They are rotten. But by the time you get to the end of it, they're so endearing to you, and you want to see them become better people, and you really are rooting for them, and you enjoy seeing them when they're on screen. I really enjoyed the character of Imogen. I thought she was great. The actress who played her really did a great job. And I enjoyed this character a lot, and seeing her specifically, the arc that she went on. And I was really touched by the actress's performance. I believe her name is Beatrice Schneider. And I think she did a really good job with this role. And like I said, these characters are great. And speaking of great characters, they're brought to life by great performances from great actors. Judy Greer, she plays Grace. She was fantastic. And I loved her character as she gives the Herdmans an opportunity and she steps out of her comfort zone. And I really enjoyed her. Pete Holmes, I've always thought he was very funny. And I like his character because he just kind of goes with the flow. And this really isn't a spoiler because it's in the trailer, but he's like, well, if they burn down the manger of the Herdmans, yeah, yes, this is great. No problem. So I really liked his character. Lauren Graham, she was in a role that I was kind of surprised of, and I thought she was perfect for that, especially given her comedic timing. I thought she was really good. Molly Bell Wright plays Beth Bradley, and she's the one that you see the story through her eyes. And I really enjoyed what she brought. She was a good actress for her age. And I thought she was fantastic in this as far as being a character that you could really relate to, especially when you think back to being a kid and being bullied or having kids that you didn't really like, but you had to go out and talk to them and interact with them. And so I really enjoyed her in this movie. Like I said, there are some great characters and they're all backed up by great performances. And the final thing I want to say is I think Dallas Jenkins did a good job putting this film together. I think he did a good job capturing the small town feel and capturing what the Christmas story actually means to people and how it can impact people's lives. And it even gets you thinking a little bit about different aspects of it that you didn't think about before. And so I really enjoyed that about the film. So a great job directing by Dallas Jenkins. Now, as far as things that I didn't like, I got to be honest, I feel like I'm nitpicking here because there's very little I didn't like. The only issue I had is with the story itself, one particular aspect, and I'm thinking that this is probably the way the book is written. So it's not really an issue with the film. If that's the case, you can let me know in the comment section if the book is this way. But we don't really find out a whole lot about the family situation of the Herdmans. And that's something I really would have liked to have known because I actually went to this movie with my daughter and she was asking me, well, what about the mother or what about the father? And those are things that you don't really find out. And so I would have liked to have known a little bit more about that. But otherwise, there's not really anything that I can complain about with this movie. Real quick, before I get into my final thoughts, I want to remind you to go ahead and check out the other reviews that I have on my channel. Maybe there's something that I've reviewed that you're interested in checking out. Go ahead and let me know what you thought about it, whether you've seen it or interested in seeing it. Also, if you're interested, I do have another YouTube channel with a couple of friends of mine where we put on a show called Dad's Turn to Talk. This is an opportunity for three dads to get together and talk about the things that we want to talk about, including movies, television, sports, and we like to have a little bit of fun at each other's expense. The link to that channel will be in the description below. Go ahead and check it out and hit subscribe on that channel as well. Final thoughts. Was it good? I thought this was a family-friendly, heartwarming story. I really enjoyed this one. I was engaged from the get-go, and by the time I left, like I said, I was shedding a tear or two. I enjoyed the characters. I thought they were very endearing, and I enjoyed the arcs that they went on. Now, whether this is going to be a great Christmas classic or not, probably not, because I don't see this movie having mass appeal, but I do think this is one that families will pull out and really enjoy it. If you're looking for something that gets back to the heart of the Christmas story, I think this one's it, and I do encourage everyone to go ahead and check it out. Now, if you're still watching this long, I'd like to thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.